it in the figure 10.2. So when we move the ball from position O to position A, this is the extreme position, by applying some force on it, the ball starts moving towards the mean position O. Why? Because of the restoring force present in it, same like we have studied in the mass spring system. When we move the ball from position O to position a restoring force present in it. Okay, now while moving from A to position O, the ball will not stop at O position. Why? Because of the inertia, property of inertia. It will move towards the position B. Recall what is inertia? The property of a substance to continue its state of rest or of uniform motion unless and until some external force acts on it. This is the definition of inertia, and due to this property, the ball will not stop at O but continue its motion towards the extreme position B. This is the basic movement of the ball in a bowl. Okay, now when the ball is going towards B, its speed decreases because of the restoring force, and we know that a restoring force is acting towards the mean position O. When the ball reaches at B, it will stop for a while and then again move towards the position O under the action of restoring force present in it. So now again it will move towards A, and hence this to and fro motion continues unless until all of its mechanical energy vanishes due to friction. So we conclude that motion of ball and the bowl system is simple harmonic motion. Okay, now another example of simple harmonic motion is now let's see how simple pendulum's motion is simple harmonic motion. First of all, we will discuss its construction. The basic simple pendulum consists of a small ball of mass m having it consists of a small ball of mass m. Let's suppose we will name the mass m of small bob, which is suspended from a light string of length L. Means the length of the string we will consider here is L, and this string is fixed from its upper end. You can see this in the figure 10.3. This is the basic simple pendulum, a small bob which is attached to a string, and this string is fixed from its upper end. Now at rest position, the net force is zero. Same like in the case of ball and bowl system, the weight and the tension cancel their effect. Means at a rest position, when the bob is not moving or at the position O, there is no net force acting on it. The weight of the bob is acting downwards, which is, we know that weight is always equals to mg, mass multiplied by the gravitational acceleration. And at the same time, tension is also produced in the string. So tension is in upwards direction and weight of the bob is in downward direction. So both of these forces are equal and hence they cancel each other's effect. So at this time, at rest position, there is no net force acting on the bob. Okay, now when we move the bob from position O to position A, that is the extreme position, now here a force restore in it. And this restoring force direct the bob towards the mean position. Why? Because the acceleration is always directed towards the mean position. This is the property, or you can say that this is the characteristic of simple harmonic motion, that acceleration is always directed towards the mean position. And we know that W is equals to mg, means weight of the bob is equals to mass multiplied by gravitational acceleration. And there are two components of weight present. First one is the component mg cos theta, and second one is mg sine of theta. The bob will not move in the component mg cos theta because of the tension present in the string. The tension and mg cos theta will cancel out each other's effect. And also we know that there is a restoring force present in the bob at point A. So what is the restoring force? This is basically the component of weight mg sine of theta, which will move the bob towards its mean position O. So the mg sine of theta is directed towards the mean position O. Due to their force, the bob start moving from from position A to position O. At the mean position O, the bob has maximum speed. Means when the bob is moving from position A towards the position O, it will gain maximum speed. Or we can also say it maximum velocity. So due to inertia, again it will not stop at the position O, but continue its motion towards the position B. Now, while it will moving towards B, the velocity of bob decreases. While it will moving towards B, the velocity of the bob going on decreases. Why? Because of the restoring force which is acting towards the mean position. Always keep this thing in mind, that the restoring force will always act towards the mean position O. Now, when the bob reaches at its extreme position B, its velocity becomes 0. On this side, again, mg sine of theta component is present, which is still acting towards the mean position O, and due to this force, the bob will start moving towards the position O. In this way, it will keep its to and fro motion about its mean position O. So, what we observe here is that the motion of the simple pendulum is simple harmonic motion. And okay, now repeat it again, that what we conclude, while moving from position A to position O, the velocity of the bob increases due to the restoring force, and restoring force is always directed towards the mean position O. So we can say that acceleration of the bob is also directed towards O. And similarly, when the bob moves from position O to position B, its speed or its velocity going on decreases due to the restoring force, which is again acting towards the mean position O. So in this case, acceleration is again directed towards the mean position O. So we can say that this to and fro motion of the simple pendulum is also simple harmonic motion. Now, so here we have the formula of time period of a simple pendulum. So the time period of a simple pendulum is given by the equation 10.4, which is T is equals to 2 pi under root small l over small g. This small l is the length of the string and g is the gravitational acceleration. We know that the weight of the bob and tension of the string cancel both each other's effect. So we will know need of mass and tension in this formula. The time period is only given by the length of the string. 2 pi is constant here. G is always constant, which is 10 meter per second square. So the variable factor here is length of simple pendulum. Okay, so by all these definition, we can define simple harmonic motion as simple harmonic motion occurs when the net force is directly proportional to the displacement from the mean position and is always directed towards the mean position. In the other words, we can say that when an object oscillates about a fixed position, oscillates means its to and fro motion, or when it vibrates about its mean position, its acceleration is directly proportional to its displacement from mean position O, and it is always directed towards the mean position. And this motion is known as simple harmonic motion. This is the definition of simple harmonic motion. There are two definitions written in your book. First one you can see in the blue headings, and the second one is in the second last paragraph of your page number 5. So you have to learn this definition and the formula of time period. It may be asked in your short question. Otherwise, it is your practical and it is your long question. So now there are some characteristics of simple harmonic motion. First one is a body executing simple harmonic motion always vibrates about a fixed position. Means that the body which is, we say that simple harmonic motion always vibrate about a fixed position or about its mean position O. Second one is its acceleration is always directed towards the mean position. Means the acceleration of the simple harmonic motion, or we can say that the acceleration of the bob or the mass m or the ball in ball and bowl system, the acceleration is always directed towards the mean position O. Then the third point is the magnitude of acceleration is always directly proportional to its displacement from the mean position. Means the magnitude of the acceleration is always directed towards mean position. Greater the displacement, greater will be the magnitude of acceleration. Smaller the displacement, smaller will be the magnitude of acceleration. Okay, now, and we have studied that the acceleration will be zero at mean position because there is no movement. The ball or the bob or the mass m is at its rest position, and well, it will moving towards the extreme position A or towards the extreme position B, its velocity decreases while the acceleration is at its maximum position at point A and at point B. Okay, now the fourth point is its velocity is maximum at mean position, at zero at the extreme position. We will observe it in the mass spring system, in the ball and bowl system, and in the motion of simple pendulum as well, that the velocity is maximum at mean position, means its speed keep on increases when the ball or the bob is coming towards the mean position, while at the extreme position A or at extreme position B, the velocity of the bob or the ball keeps on decreases. So at the extreme position A, it will become 0. Okay, now here we have 4 terms. The first one is vibration. The definition of vibration is one complete round trip of a vibrating body about its mean position is called one vibration. Again, one complete round trip of a vibrating body about its mean position is called one vibration. Means one complete round trip when a body is completed, then we can say that it is completed its one vibration. For example, the toy train. The toy train starts moving from position A, and after completing its round trip, when it reaches its point A, we can say that it completes its one vibration. Like simple pendulum, when it moves from position O to position A and then again comes from position A to position O and then from position O to position B and from position B to position O. Now at this time it completes its one vibration, means 360 degrees. When a body completes its 360 degrees, then we can say that it completes it one vibration. Now we have second definition, which is time period. Time period is always represented by capital T. The time taken by a vibrating body to complete one vibration is called the time period. Means the time taken by an object to complete its one round trip, then this time is called as time period. Third definition is of frequency. Frequency is represented by small f, and the definition of frequency is the number of vibrations or cycles of a vibrating body in 1 second is called its frequency. Frequency is reciprocal of time period, means the formula of frequency is F is equals to 1 divided by capital T, means 1 divided by the time period. So again, what is frequency? The number of vibrations or the cycles produced by a body in 1 second, means in 1 second, how much number of vibration a body cover is known as its frequency. The fourth definition is of amplitude, which is represented by capital A. The maximum displacement of a vibrating body on either side from its mean position is called its amplitude. On either side means towards position A or towards position B, but from its mean position. The maximum displacement covered by the object is called its amplitude. So here our topic 10.1 is completed, simple harmonic motion. Now we will see an example. Example number 10.1. Find the time period and frequency of a simple pendulum 1.0 meter long at a location where G is equals to 10.0 meter per second square. So here the given data is the length of the simple pendulum, which is 1 meter, and the gravitational acceleration, which is 10 meter per second square. So what to find is the time period. Using the formula of time period, which is T is equals to 2 pi under root L over G. Small l and the small g. So here we are putting the values. 2 is a constant which will come as it is. Then pi, the value of pi is 3.14. It is also a constant. Under root, the value of length is 1 meter divided by gravitational acceleration, which is 10 meter per second square. So by dividing 1 by 10 and then taking its under root and multiplying by the factor 2 multiplied by 3.14, we will get 1.99 seconds. Why seconds? Because it is time period. It is time and the unit of time is second. Okay. Now, the second one we have to find is the frequency of the simple pendulum. The time period is 1.99 seconds. We have to find its frequency now. So we read earlier that the frequency is equals to 1 divided by the time period. So when we divide 1 by 1.99 seconds, we will have 0.50 hertz. Hertz is the unit of frequency. Capital H and small z. It is represented by capital H and small z. It is hertz. Hertz. Sorry, hertz. So this is our example 10.1. I think for today it is enough. If you have any question, you can ask easily. Muhammad Saad, is this you or Saad Yunus?
Teacher, I am Mohammad Saad.
Muhammad Saad, okay.
Yes.
Any confusion or any question? The topic 10.1 simple harmonic motion is basically of your practical portion also and your long question also. This is very important you board point of view. Motion of mass attached to a spring and motion of a simple pendulum. Both of these examples are very important. So in our next lecture, inshallah, we will discuss the topic 10.2, which is damped oscillation, and topic 10.3, which is wave motion. Next, Salim, is everything clear?
Yes, teacher.
Good.